Welcome to Jim Sells the Suncoast, your go-to podcast for all things real estate on Florida's beautiful Suncoast. I'm your host, Jim, your friendly neighborhood real estate agent, and each week we dive into the vibrant world of buying and selling homes while embracing the laid-back lifestyle that makes Florida such a paradise. In our episodes, we'll explore the latest developments shaping our communities and spotlight the incredible companies and industries that play a vital role in real estate, from movers to mortgage brokers, title agents to insurance pros. Whether you're a first-time buyer, a seasoned seller, or simply dreaming of that perfect beachside bungalow, we've got insights, tips, and plenty of local flavor to guide you. So grab your sunscreen and get ready to soak up knowledge, laughs, and a little sunshine as we navigate the Suncoast together. Let's make your real estate dreams a reality, one episode at a time.
Welcome to Jim Sells the Suncoast. Today, I am excited to have with me Paul Kurpiewski and Nico from DR Horton and Rye Ranch, which is coming in right up the road in Parrish. Huge community coming in. I know the area is excited for it. A lot going on. So welcome, gentlemen. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us, Jim. Super excited.
Yeah. Yep, I know. Nico, you've been in real estate for a couple of years. You joined DR Horton just this year. And then, Paul, you've been in real estate about 5 years. You got to experience a general and coming over to DR Horton. So I think that speaks a little bit to the process and what they have that you were willing to make that transition.
Yeah, coming from general real estate, but the camaraderie and the teamwork here at DR Horton really drew me in. And ever since I've been here, I've loved every day.
Fantastic. I'm excited. Rye Ranch, it's actually right down the road from my house. So seeing the development start from signs going up to ground clearing to houses popping up now, let's walk me through a little bit. When did it first really start settling up? And tell me a little bit about Rye Ranch in general.
Rye Ranch officially opened in February of this year. Development of the roads and finalizing floor plans and community layout. We officially opened in February 2025. And we're excited to say there's going to be over 3,500 homes total here in Rye Ranch with modern amenities, really a big lifestyle community, similar to your Lakewood Ranch community. DR Horton is going to be building over 1,700 homes. The majority of the homes here in Rye Ranch will be DR Horton, and we are going to have every single product line of home except for townhomes here. Big variety of homes, brand new elevations that are completely different than other communities. All of our homes are going to have the black roofs, so very sleek looking designs as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, just piggybacking what Paul was saying about the community. Interestingly enough, the family that owned the land is now in development with us as well. So with that, there's a sense of pride to make sure that this is the exact vision that they have and make sure that no one's neglecting that. So with that, lush landscaping packages that would probably cost you around like 10 to 20 grand anywhere else just to get half of the stuff that we have here, as well as Paul was saying, like modern designs, different elevations, things that just really set us apart from the other builders in the area as well.
Fantastic. So what do you think is going to set this development apart in terms of lifestyle community compared to the others, maybe more in the immediate area? We're north of Lakewood Ranch, but it brings a lot of that community and a lot of those amenities to this area, which there really isn't here yet.
What I think is going to really set us apart from the other communities like in Lakewood Ranch is here they're very focused on a social lifestyle communities. Like you mentioned, there will be the modern amenities like you see in other communities. There's going to be multiple amenity centers, but there's going to be a center for residents to join called the Grange, which is super cool and unique to this area because it'll be an area where families are able to gather, play outdoor games. Eventually, there will be farmers markets and concerts at the Grange as well. And it's really expected just to be an outdoor living social community, like I said, a little bit different than your Lakewood Ranch.
Yes, I was able to essentially take the virtual tour, give it a test drive before we buy here, which was really insightful. Just like Paul was saying, but it's really getting back to the community aspect, which I think we all can agree that certain aspects of the ranch has lost and becomes just a metropolis. Rye Ranch is going to have its own app to where you will essentially be signed up. Your neighbors will be signed up. You guys can go do social events outside. You guys can attend the amenities and remember key fobs. Everything's done from your phone. So it's supposed to be extremely user intuitive, nature focused, and community driven.
When you have 3,500 versus 45,000, that's something that you're able to give that you can't quite get on something that scale. So
And
you talked
also,
about, go ahead.
I was going to say also in this community, there will be shopping and dining in the future as well. So you'll have everything really in your neighborhood, as well as an elementary school. So they're actually working on the elementary school to be open before the 2026 school year. And it's going to be located in Rye Ranch. So with over 3,500 homes, that means there's going to be a lot of families with kids that want to attend their school. And if kids would like to walk or take their bikes to school, they don't need to cross any major roads. It'd be going through the community. So a very safe path to school and back as well.
That's a pretty good idea. Does that mean condos or villas too, or no, just single family homes?
So the villas as well, yes. So we will have a section here in Rye Ranch that is going to have our Freedom product lines, attached villas, so like a duplex. And there are also 3 single family floor plans in the Freedom category, the Laurel, the Clifton, and the Del Rey. And this section of the community will be advertised more for active adults. That section will be gated, and then they will have their own amenity center as well. And it will be maintenance free. Lawn care will be included in the Freedom section here.
All right. So tell me a little bit about the floor plans. What sizes and number of bedrooms are we starting at? What's the most we can get, and maybe a ballpark or an approximate price, what we're looking at?
Nico, do you want to take over here?
For single family, we're looking at 20 different floor plans. We're covering a wide variety of entry buyers, first time home buyers, all the way up to move up buyers as Lakewood Ranch, other master plan communities. Folks tend to move up or upgrade after they get a certain amount of equity in their home. We offer everything from around 1,600 square feet all the way just shy of 5,000. We have 2 single story and 2-story options, as well as 2-car and 3-car garage options. To say we really cover all our bases, I really truly believe that we do, from the families that just needed a lot of space, or to the newlywed couple, or folks who are just starting life together. We have everything that fits.
So are most of these homes are they going to be custom builds? Are they going to be inventory? What options or what control do people have on the portions to go? Can they put a 3-car garage on? Is that the option?
So with us, we are a production builder. We're the largest builder in America. And with that, we found what really works best for us is essentially speccing everything out and what you look at. That way, there are no change orders. There are no mix-up options. You have that ability to interpret it as your own. Once you close, you can go as crazy as you want within the law, right? But give you a blank canvas to start from. So if it's a 2-car, say 2-car. If it's a single story.
You know what? And you know what you're cutting it into, but somebody mentioned to me, and I've loved it after that, is it's not a customized home, but it's a personalized home. Meaning you can come in, you can change the floor, you can change the paint on the walls, you can do some things like that. But at least when you come in, you're going to get what you were planning on. There aren't going to be changes, and you're not going to be surprised by something that you weren't expecting.
Correct.
Exactly. And it also keeps the cost of the home down as well. So when we show you our models, or when we go walk a finished home, you see exactly how your home is going to look. There's not additional features that would up the cost of your home. And all of our lot premiums are already included in the price as well. When we go out on site and we show you a home and tell you what the price is, we don't have to also tack on the lot premium.
Right. Yeah. That can sometimes be a little bit of a sticker shock. And so if somebody comes in and says, hey, I want the 4,000 square foot with a 3-car garage, you say, that's going to be available in these locations. We can go look at those locations.
Yes.
Okay.
And what's great, especially right now, is typically we have a start date on every single lot. But if a lot is very attractive to somebody, we can tell them what home is going to be there, and then we can instantly start building it for them as well. Build time as of today is around 3 to 4 months. So from start to finish, very quick here in Rye Ranch.
Yeah, that's not bad. So beyond the home purchase, what additional fees are there? What else should we be aware of?
So there is a HOA and CDD like most of our communities. The HOA for our Express and Traditions homes is $447 quarterly. So just $150 a month for the HOA. And that will include your common area maintenance, your maintaining the amenities, and maintaining just the neighborhood in general, because we will have a lot of extensive landscaping in the common areas that really are going to make this community different than the rest. Around all of our ponds, we're planting extensive trees and beautiful shrubs around to really give it that effect when you're in your backyard, that you're in this nature setting as well. Now for CDD, we have the CDD varies between product size. So we have 40-foot lots, 50-foot lots, and 60-foot lots. Our 40s start at right around $1,700 annually for the CDD, jumping up to $2,100 for our 50s and $2,500 for our 60-foot lots.
Yeah, so that's $150 to just over $200 a month. Okay. So you talked a little bit about the amenity centers. Tell me more about what's going to be involved in it, how many, and then is it pools, gyms, community centers, parks? You talked about concerts.
Nico?
Rye Ranch, I believe there's going to be 4 to confirmed, us being one of them. Possibly another national brand getting in here as well. So for our community, the DR Horton side, we're looking at a pool, clubhouse, gym, dog park, a tot lot, as we call it. And then there'll be nature trails as well. We're looking at about, I want to say like 10 miles to start. Speaking with Rye Ranch, they said that we will have access to Rye Preserve. So that will still be like access on the bottom of the community so that folks can essentially leave their community, go straight to the preserve. Biking, walking, enjoying nature is your kind of thing. This is the perfect area for you. Now, Rye Ranch as a whole, the entire community amenities, that's still to be determined. The one we've heard the most of so far would be the Grange, like Paul was talking about, meeting area, place for outdoor concerts, food trucks, open fields to host events as well for the season.
Right.
So thinking for folks who may not be familiar with the Parrish area, something similar to the water side is what we could be looking.
Oh, that's nice. Can you outline your long-term construction timeline? We just opened. We're not even 60 days in. Was this a 5-year window that we're looking at, roughly?
Yeah, so we are looking for a minimum 5-year construction timeline here, just because there is a lot more land in the future that could be developed and we're planning on. We just haven't started any of that yet. So with this community being how big it is, at least 5 years for construction time. What's nice is the phases that we're building in. Phase 1 should be finished within 2 years. After phase 1 is done, you're not going to have all those construction trucks driving through your neighborhood because we're going to have multiple entrances here as well.
Okay. How is he supporting homeowners after the sale? What kind of warranties are ongoing?
Nico, you want to take that one?
Yeah, so we offer 1 to 10. 1 year is going to be workmanship defects. That goes into any kind of imperfections with the home. 2 years is going to be for your mechanical, electrical, plumbing. So pretty much anything in the walls or above you in the ceiling. And then we do a 10-year structural warranty as well. The great thing about it too is that it is transferable. Coming from other builders, that wasn't the case. So let's say you're in your home for not even a year, you need to leave, you sell the home, all of that transfers into your new homeowner as well. They still get the remainder of the 1 year, the 2 years, and the 10 years.
Okay. One of the questions I want to ask, and you already touched on it a little bit, was what were the environmental considerations that were prioritized during the planning and construction phase? How did that develop? Do you know the background of that or what drove them?
Correct. Yeah, I would say the relationship with the developers, he's here on site, not every day, every other day. It's very distinct. He stops by, inspects what he expects, kind of deal. Coming from a military background, I was in the Marine Corps for 6 years. That's something that touched me to the soul, that someone truly cares enough to take the time out of their day, even though they're at the top of the totem pole, to see what's going on at the operational level. And so with that, there's a lot of guidelines that have been passed down, but also things that we just do as a company. So we do boracare, which is like the termite treatment. And so that has nothing to do with any water runoff. It's spraying onto the studs of the home. Once we have structure up, permeates that, creates this essential perimeter around the entire house that kills termites on contact and keeps them away. Whereas some other folks might be doing something with a ground treatment that causes some chemicals and things to run off into the water. Right. The whole name of the game here is nature, preserving that as much as we can. If we're taking trees away, you best believe we're putting in 2 times more trees to make up for it. And I think it'll show within the next couple of months.
Nice. I really like that idea of being tied into Rye Preserve. Being able to address that without going on the main road sounds like a great draw.
Yeah, absolutely.
What financing options are available? Does DR Horton have a preferred lender, or preferred insurance, preferred title? Can it be a one-stop shop for someone who's out looking?
Yes, we actually have all three of those things. We have our preferred lender, preferred title, and preferred insurance. What we usually do is we ask buyers to do an application with our DHI mortgage company. This way, if they are approved, we can get them the most incentives possible. Our standard is up to $10,000 towards closing costs using our preferred lender. And that is with financing, of course, on top of our other incentives. Like, for example, in March, we were doing, specifically in Rye Ranch, 3.99% FHA or GN interest rates on quick move-in ready homes. So this could save you between $500 to $600 on your monthly payments compared to the current rates. Now, this really helped with people that are payment sensitive, too much to put down. They think they could never afford a home in this market. And when they came here, it turns out they could afford a lot more than what they expected after doing a pre-qual with us here. Now, for insurance, we also have DHI insurance, which usually gets you the best rates and premiums compared to any other insurance company in the area, just because they know our product so well and how energy efficient our homes are too.
What are any specific restrictions homeowners should be aware of, such as pet policies or rental regulations?
Nico?
I would say pet policies, it is your home. I've seen some and it varies community. I think the most outrageous one I've seen is no chickens. So it's just knowing that somebody prompted,
Somebody had some.
someone's raising a farm. I don't know. I hate to be those neighbors. So that's what we're looking at. As far as like breed restrictions for dogs, that's like an archaic thing that I think a lot of builders are moving away from. Personally, I've never heard of any of our communities having a dog restriction. It is your home. As long as I have 200 dogs or something, I would say that's the extent of that. And then for rental restrictions, typically we're looking at 6 months minimum, one time a year. We're really trying to get away from having a community that's like an Airbnb or a hotel. It's where you have a revolving door of folks coming in all the time. So that's why we have our minimums at 6 months. Not to say we aren't investor friendly. We do work with a plethora of investors. I would say it's more long-term investors as well, but that's where we're at with both of those things.
That's an option.
It is. So we're still working through with the developer to finalize. There's a couple like fence to see, are we doing privacy fences? Looks right, and we have uniformity.
Yeah, a little consistency goes along.
Correct. And it helps with homeowner values too. Without an HOA, then you're going to get depreciating assets instead of appreciating ones.
We talked a little earlier, but the local real estate market influencing sales and pricing trends with the development. Is that impacting you all? And what is the starting point for Rye Ranch? And then what's the top end?
Our homes start right in the mid 300s, all the way to the high 600s. So we really have that entry level starting point here as well. And me and Nico were speaking earlier today, with all the incentives that we are giving along with other builders in the area or in the nation, we actually did some research ourselves and we found out that we're actually at the peak of builder incentives since 2009, with all this sitting inventory right now are giving away everything they possibly can, which makes it really a great time to purchase a home. Compared to a few years ago when it was a really hot seller's market, it was a great time to sell your home, but you'd have to bid over asking just to get a home. Here with all these incentives, we're almost giving them to you. So it's really a great time to buy, especially in a brand new community where you can get in right around $350 in a single family home.
Yeah, there's so many options now to not take advantage of some of these options. You're missing the boat on being able to get into a home that you want, whether you're that first-time home buyer or that move-up buyer.
Absolutely.
Can you share any stories or testimonials from current residents that highlight their positive experiences and satisfaction?
Because we just opened, we have 4 homes under contract right now. We're about to have our first closing on April 8th. The home just got finished. They just did their final walk with the builder. The home just got cleaned out and we're just waiting on closing right now. So we just final CLs on all of our homes.
I think that's amazing that it goes that quick. One day it's scrub field. The next day, somebody's closing on a house in there.
Right. Yeah.
What else do you want to tell me about Rye Ranch that might influence somebody to come check it out?
One thing I would like to say that really differentiates us from other builders and even other communities by D.R. Horton is when you come to this community, I've invited a lot of realtors and just a lot of potential buyers out here to view our community, and they can't believe that it is a DR Horton community. All of our homes with this extensive landscaping, the upgraded elevations, and even the home sites just make it super attractive to buyers because you're not buying just a cookie cutter home with all these different elevations and even color schemes. It looks like a very unique neighborhood, different than any other community nearby here as well. And especially knowing that in this community, there will be shopping and dining and modern amenities. People are just blown away by the size and the cool features here that they won't find anywhere else, as well as the home sites. So here, most of our home sites either sit on a beautiful big pond or nature preserve. So you're not just going to be backing up to homes right off the bat in our phase one. You have beautiful home sites with a lot of space between your homes and behind your home for that privacy to fence in or build a pool in the future. That's what makes it really special to me as well.
Yeah, I would say this is a especially unique community for this area because of the growth that we've seen just in the last 2-3 years. Jim, you live there, so you can see what's happening. Yeah. You guys are going to be having a Publix out here in a matter of time because they're in the business of real estate just as much as we are.
Right.
And where they go, they anticipate people to go as well. But at a specific time in this market, this is a great investment opportunity, not if you're just an investor, but as a homeowner. If you're looking for home ownership, if you're tired of paying a landlord and filling their paybook or paying instead of filling your own, building up equity with these new home communities, you get into phase one. By the time phase three is around, you've already made a couple tens of thousands of dollars in equity. And that's in a steady market. If we get another boom, you can possibly buy. And that's what happened with a lot of folks in Lakewood Ranch. That's why our same floor plans that may have a little bit less features, that might have concrete driveways, that might have standard solid doors, they're $200,000 more for the exact same house with less features because of the desirability of the area. And I think once people start seeing that, there's even more influx of folks coming in here. But I would say for folks, come out here, see it for yourself, see it in the early stages. Everyone loves to see a project go from concept to actualization, whether it's for home, whether it's art. My wife and I like watching this dude who molds chocolate and stuff, and the guy's fantastic at it. But it's like how you can take your vision and see it come out. It's going to be some Parrish area. If your folks were getting priced out of Riverview, because they have hit it 5 and 10 minutes, just seeing the growth there. It's exciting. I think we have great leadership in place to make sure that this becomes what they're visioning.
I think there's something to be said for being one of those first in a neighborhood. Wife and I built a house a couple of years ago. We were first 100 out of 800 or something. So as more came in, we felt like ambassadors, going out, talking to people, having some fun. Wow, we've been here 3 months longer. Woo, we're old hats at this, but it was fun. So build that sense of community and that camaraderie. And that's where you want your home to be.
That's truly home.
And I love watching it take off. Nico, Paul, thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. We will have information in the show notes. So anybody wants to reach out, absolutely call these guys, go visit, stop by and say, hey, thanks for coming out.
Thank you so much, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
And that wraps up another sunny episode of Jim Sells the Suncoast. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the ins and outs of buying and selling homes here in our beautiful slice of Florida. I hope you found valuable insights and a little bit of inspiration to help you on your real estate adventure. Remember, whether you're looking to buy, sell, or simply soak up the Suncoast lifestyle, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review so that we can keep shining bright together. Until next time, keep dreaming big and let's turn those dreams into a reality, one home at a time.